That's the reason why, let me say this thing and I close. All these things we call sins, all these things we call unrighteousness, all these things we call this and that, it's not the reason God rejects people. I want you to listen to me. I'm not asking you to go and be sinning. God will reject a lazy man faster than we will reject an adulterous fellow. Even you. They say somebody is always he always goes clubbing every Friday and is not representing the organizer very well. He's always drunk on the street. But from Monday to Friday, the head of this guy is correct. Delivery. All the deliverables have been delivered from Monday to Friday. But there's another one. He doesn't go clubbing. But he's lacing around the company. Who will you sack? The drunkard or the lazy? No, tell me. It's the lazy you will sack. In Christ Jesus, there is solution to unrighteousness. There is solution to sin. But to laziness and to pride, there is no solution. Solution is personally provided. Humble yourself. If you allow God to humble you, He will humiliate you. God doesn't humble people, He humiliates people. He will make you grow old without result. You will now have to beg young people, help me. By humiliation. You will not say, how do you do it? Because first of all, you will start struggling with them. I remember one guy in this church. In 2017, he told me, Pastor David, I want to tell you, the day I come to that church and I see Zainab or Reki, either leading or teaching, I will walk out of the church. They are not big enough to hold microphone. I think I told you that. They are not big enough to hold microphone. As I'm talking to you now, he doesn't go to any churches at home. Drinking and smoking. The only time I see him is when he needs money. And he said, Pastor David, can I borrow 200 euro? Reki doesn't borrow from me. Zainab doesn't borrow from me. They don't. They don't. I will. Maybe the day they want to do something that requires 300 million euros. They don't borrow from me. Rather, they give and they teach. And I told him, I said, I will need you to walk out of that church because they will be preaching forever. 2017, there were not many people in the church, but I stood my ground and said, they will be preaching forever. I said, you will even see more of them preaching. It is who is yielded that God needs. It's not who is experienced. Experience can't for nothing except you are always yielded. Experience can't for nothing. Because after some time, the people you think don't have experience, they will still have it. It takes 2 years to have experience of a 2-year-old. 2 years come by very quickly. Oh, Mercy Okoje, what do you know about marriage? He's married now for 2 months. Wait for 2 years. Wait for 2 years. She will have had experience of 2 years of marriage. And if you think experience of 2 years is nothing, people who are getting married, he can give them experience because it's not 2 years marriage. That's experience. And you are still making noise. All these young people that are getting married. If God thought they were young, He will not give them the cognitiveness to think that they can be married. And as a matter of fact, so people be 78 years old before they get married. How will it be enjoyable? That time nobody can carry each other. Everybody is working with stick. When they say not the first nautical dance, this is the way they are dancing it. They now go and look for one music. They say slow it down, slow down. Say slow down. Say we don't like noise. You get to the marriage of young people. You say, even you yourself will know you are somewhere because the way you will know that it's marriage you came for. You go to the marriage of old people. Everybody says silent night. Holy night, la la la, la la la. The candle, la la la. They say in this serene atmosphere of the conjugal solemnization of Engineer Dr. Chief, His Royal Highness Ari Kujobe of Egbaland. I'm Engineer Mrs. Dr. Professor Miss You now see all the old people, they now say, it's not time for the first couples dance. They now say, look into my eyes. That's where all the young people are sleeping off with. They're just sleeping. They say, all these young people, come on, learn about marriage from experienced people. You grow into experience. You don't wait for experience. You grow into experience. Answer knows how to read very well, and he teaches his brother. How old is Answer? 8 years old, going to 9, and he's able to teach his brother. Now Joshua is growing up, Elijah is growing up. Who do you think are their teachers? Answer and Ebenezer. Ibukun will start growing and be handing over to the younger people to talk to the younger people. Because all the people he's talking with now will soon start growing breast. And they don't want childish talk anymore. The champions, that's the reason why you leave Ebenezer, Answer, and Joshua together. You see that the relationship is different from the relationship you have. Because your own relationship is restraining Joshua all the time. As he's going, you move. This one is free. They move each other. It's as if they are understanding each other, as if there is a communication. And they are following each other around. Brielle is following them around. Brielle. And I'll be thinking to myself, say, what are they talking? And they will not be running. As you are trying to hit, everybody is grouping around. They don't say groups. They just go there. You are not the one stopping. Hey, nice. Brielle is following Answer and Ebenezer. They have experience. Experience of 8 years. Answer is always correcting Ebenezer. No, it is understanding. Not, it will correct because he knows what he's saying. You grow into experience. You don't wait for it. And you don't use experience to put burdens on people. That's why sometimes somebody is teaching. I just want to know what God is saying through a very young person. I just want to know. I need to know. Because God is saying something that is different from what he's saying to our generation. Because probably, this is one of the things I learned as I was preparing for this message. Probably, and you know God is very humorous and very funny. He leaves a generation without telling them. God is too clandestine. He will leave a generation and he will not let you know he has left the generation. That's why I told both Gordon and Ofo, don't leave these young people. If you leave them, you can't lead them. Very soon, you will see them leading you. Are they not the ones leading everything now? You stay in their midst. You stay in whatever God is doing. And then you are able to now count your experience as very precious. You now say, oh, you are growing very well. You confirm them to confront them. You look at Michael and say, well, that's how to be born again. You're singing. You confirm them now. They say, don't do like this. Don't do like this. You don't relate with guys like this. You don't relate with guys like this. They will not listen to you. But if you are not among them, you just want to bring experience from somewhere, you are too late. If you leave them, you can't lead them. And if you lead them, you will not be able to learn from them what God is saying in the now. All of us are on Facebook. How many young people are on Facebook? And you think they don't have life. I don't see them on social media. Some of us think that Facebook is the only thing. TikTok, Snapchat is going on heavily. Where life is bubbly. They even hold party on Snapchat. I used Snapchat for 2 days. I don't know what. I came out. They say FaceTime. I have all those things on the phone. But I've used it maybe 3 times. Except WhatsApp and Facebook. Instagram. But heavy TikTok. Look at people making money, doing many things on TikTok. And I said, these people, they just live for life on social media. How do you think people are making money now? You will not have known Arumen's ministry or Joshua Seman's ministry except through social media. Their ministries are not still as big as the ministry of our fathers in the faith, but are more known now than the ministries of our fathers in the faith. Why? Social media. Because with every generation, God brings something new that older generation have to bow to learn. Otherwise, you'll be archaic and outdated with your tricks. You'll be archaic and outdated with your tricks. And I think that my child does not go out, cannot have sex, only goes to school and come back. Inside school toilet in GMIT, they put condom there. That anybody can come and buy condom. Inside school toilet, €1. You just go there. A guy can dress like a boy. Just behave as if. And they go into the toilet to buy the CD. By the time they are coming out like man, adult thing has happened. And he goes back home. And the mother said, it's such a beautiful kid. Listens to the parent. Goes out at 9 a.m. Comes back straight from the class. We only need, class is going on, 2 hours class. You only need 15 minutes to check out, to poo in the toilet. Abi, will the teacher say you cannot poo? Because in those our own days, you will have to dress up, paint your face, to not go to the boyfriend's house. And it will now take you 5 hours. By the time you come back, your father and mother will be... Nobody needs to dress any dress now. Just man's dress is enough. You can even go and buy beard so that you can enter men's toilet. Just beard. And as you're coming, how are you today? And the other one that has bought the CD is waiting for you in the corridor of power. Are you listening to what I'm saying now? If you're not in their midst, you can't know their tricks. It's so important that you battle to retain and regain your youth. It's so important. The devil knows it and is playing every tricks to hold you down with education, to hold you down with relationship, to hold you down with works, to hold you down with everything until you become 30 or 30 something and you look back and you discover you can't go back to those years. When with a fresh mind you could have learned of the Lord and you could have grown in the glory of the Lord over the years. Now it's almost too late, except you can now put yourself down for the protocols of restoration. It's more rigorous than growing. It's more rigorous than growing. To restore a thing is more rigorous than growing.